about the upcoming Spain and France trip, and an update on the status of the restrooms.
I'm Kevin Michelle. Coming up, we'll have a look at 2 more of our fall sports this season.
And I'm Aliha Arnautovic, and this week's top story has the seniors here at West working hard in their college essay. Last week, West English teacher Mrs. Roscoff's senior class devoted 3 days to writing their college essays. With the help of Mrs. Roscoff and Mr. Vanny, West's guidance counselor, seniors have started and some have even finished their essays. We talked to Mr. Vanny about the importance of this essay.
You know, I know most students find writing a college essay a pretty daunting process. I guess all the experience that I've had, and it's been years and years, I hate to say it, I'm in 46th grade, so I've spent 16 years as a high school counselor, and then all those years at Swarthmore, I probably read 30,000 essays in the 12 years I was there. From all those years of experience, here would be my best pieces of advice. First and foremost, write about yourself. Doesn't really matter what topic you choose as long as the theme is yourself. It has to be sincere, it has to be authentic, it has to be something that I'm not going to be able to learn about you from any other part of your application. Secondly, don't write an English paper. Now, that seems odd. We've been teaching you here at West to write English papers for how many years, and now we're saying don't write an English paper. Well, you're not defending a thesis, you're not supporting an argument, you're just unfolding yourself. So you don't need an introduction, you don't need the typical 1 paragraph here, 3 paragraphs there. Again, it goes back to the first, be yourself, let it rip. You can take risks on a college essay. With the SAT, if you're original, clever, or creative, you don't earn any extra points. On a college essay, you earn substantial points for that. Respect the limits, don't go too far over. If it says 500 words, well, 600 words would be okay, not 6,000 words. Don't forget the person on the other end that's reading it is going to have another maybe 1,000 to read. Be sure that Bill Gates isn't your only editor. Spell check is not going to catch everything. You need to have some human eyes that are going to look at the essay because, well, spell check is not going to catch the from or the forms. They're going to catch any word that they think is logical. They're just going to let go through. But even more importantly, human eyes can give you a sense of whether you're really writing an essay that is you, whether you're writing in the voice that's truly you. So let a friend read it, let a counselor, let a teacher, let your parents read it. Just make sure that Bill Gates isn't the only one that reads it. And last but not least, please be sure that the essay is in a clear and concise format. Don't handwrite your essay. Don't write your essay in a language other than English. Make sure that it's something that the college can understand.
Seniors, if you're still having a hard time with your essays, Mrs. Roscoff is offering help before and after school. Don't forget, the essay is the most important part of the college application. So don't wait until the last minute. Here's the follow-up from last week's edition of the West Report on the new teachers here at West. This is the first of many interviews on the series of new teachers. Our first highlight will be on Mrs. Danae Chin Parker, who is new to the special education department.
I'm here with Ms. Chin Parker, our new special education teacher at West. What college did you go to?
I went to Rutgers University and I studied journalism, mass media, and African studies. Then I also attended Cheney University for my graduate degree in special education and education administration.
How long have you been teaching special ed, and why did you decide to go into it?
I've been teaching special education for actually 11 years. I started in Camden in 1995, and I used to substitute when I was an undergrad, so I decided let's give this teaching thing a try, and special education wound up being my niche, and I enjoyed it.
So you've been teaching overall for 11 years, or how long have you?
Well, teaching for 8. This is my 9th year teaching. I took a 3-year hiatus, but I was in some form of education.
Okay, and what school did you come from before this?
I was at my last school that I came from teaching was Cinnamon High School.
Okay, and how do you like West so far?
West has been definitely good. The administrative staff is great. My co-teachers are wonderful, and my department is fabulous, so I have had a great adjustment.
What courses are it that you teach here at West?
The courses that I'm currently teaching at West this year are 3 English 3 classes and 1 English 2 class, and I also do a Read 180 second period.
Okay, thank you for your time this afternoon, Ms. Parker, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your year.
Thanks, Brittany, and next week we'll have another story on another new teacher here at West.
Last week, we reported that the restrooms here at West were being remodeled. Now they have a twist on them. Let's see what that's all about with Jennifer out on the field.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Crusoe reporting you from Upper E and Upper F Breezeway, where for the last 25 years the girls' bathroom has been on my right and the boys' bathroom has been on the left. Now over the summer the bathrooms have been under remodeling, and now they've switched the bathrooms, and now the boys' is on the right and the girls' bathroom is now on the left. So for everyone who's been here except for freshmen for the last 25 years, be careful because the bathrooms have switched. As you know, that the entrances have been up here in F wing, as we're gonna go look out right now. So come with me, come on. This was the old entrance to the boys' room, as you can see. And over on this side was the entrance to the old girls' room. I'm Jennifer Crusoe, and I'm signing off.
Thank you, Jennifer. So keep an eye out for those restroom signs.
Also, on last week's West Report, we told you that West has a new principal, Mr. Malash. This week, we had the opportunity to have an exclusive interview with him. Here's our reporter, Jared, with the interview.
Hi, I'm Jared Caracciolo, here with our new principal, Mr. Malash. I'd like to welcome you back to Cherry Hill West. And first off, how has your first couple of weeks been here?
Jared, the first couple of weeks have been amazing. And thank you for welcoming me back. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be here, especially as the principal. First 2 weeks of school have been very busy. I've had a chance to meet with a lot of people, teachers, students, parents, members of the community. I've not had enough time yet to be out in the classrooms as much as I would like to be, but the first 2 weeks have been great.
We know you've also been principal of Carusi Middle School and Kingston Elementary.
Correct.
How is this job different from those?
Oh, in a lot of different ways. First and foremost, there's a lot more kids, and the kids are a lot bigger here at High School West. You know, one of the things for me was always at the elementary school, the middle school, I still had a pretty good shot of being bigger than most of the kids. Here, I know that just is not going to happen. West, in terms of a high school, as I've gotten a chance to start to meet some of the students, one of the amazing things for me is the level of maturity, the level of intellect that the kids that I've had a chance to talk to, that they have. A big difference from working at the lower levels. It's been exciting every day so far.
Well, we know that you've graduated from West. We don't know if many of our viewers know that, but how has West changed since you've been here?
Wow, very good question. In some ways, West is a completely different place, and in some ways, which was great for me as I started here in the middle of August, it's home. Because the heart and the soul of the school, physically as the body is still here. There still are a number of staff members who were here when I was here as a student, who have carried on the traditions and what the history of the school is. So that's been very nice, because in those ways it's very similar. Physically, the plant with the new auditoriums, new hallways, the science lab, those are all brand new from when I was here as a student, and tremendous additions. One of the biggest changes from when I was here is the level of expectations for academic performance, the types of courses that are offered, extracurricular clubs and sports that they have now that we didn't have when I was here as a student. You know, and for me to come back almost 20 years after graduating and have a chance to work here in my community, for me, it's just been great.
What are some of your favorite memories of high school?
Wow. I have a lot of memories, you know, of being here as a student at High School West. And I guess I could, you know, really break down the memories that I have in a couple of different areas. I played on the soccer team while I was here for the 4 years. So I have a lot of great memories of practices and games and playing in the state tournament, playing in the coaches tournament, wins and losses, but the camaraderie of the guys that I was on the team with, working with the coaches, and that kind of thing. So great memories from soccer. I was involved in student government, spent a lot of time in planning activities, working on fundraisers, the proms, working with the teachers in student government and the rest of the building. Had a lot of fun, have a lot of friends still now that I made from student government. Was involved in the theater, you know, both on the stage and working behind the scenes on the crew. Have a lot of friends again, and some of the great times that we had in the preparation and the production for the shows. And then the classroom. You know, the reason that I wanted to go into education to be a teacher, and eventually what led me here was I loved school. You know, coming here as a student, and yeah, there were bad days and long days. I loved coming to school because of the teachers that I had. So the greatest memories for me, and the reason that I really wanted to come back here, were the experiences that I had as a student.
Well, it's one thing that's changed since I've been here. This is only my second year, but the school over the summer had a new policy. The no hat, no cell phone, no electronic. Those things are off limits here. Basically.
Correct.
So can you tell me your thoughts on the new policy?
Sure. I have a lot of thoughts about that. I know there was a committee here last year that went through about the dress code and about electronic, the use of electronic devices. I'm a firm believer in if this is what the guidelines are going to be and this is what people agreed on at the school, this is what we're going to follow. Fortunately, for me, it fits into line because I don't believe that we need to have hats on during the course of the day. Certainly the use of the cell phone or the iPods or radios or whatever else. There's a time and a place for everything. I don't think during the course of the academic day that this is a place for kids to have hats on in a building. I think walking in the hallway, being in the cafeteria, the interaction that we can have is between the students with one another and with the adults that are here, I think is so much more valuable. So because that's the policy, because I do believe in it, we are enforcing it. And I have to thank the student body and the staff who really have seemed to embrace it here in the beginning. I just think it adds so much to the atmosphere.
What are some of your future goals for our Cherry Hill High School West?
Wow. Cherry Hill West has had so many great successes. There are tremendous people who are here on a daily basis. My goals for the school are very simple here in the beginning as we go through this first year that I'm here and well into the future because I plan on spending many, many years working here in this school. First and foremost, I want to always make sure that this is a safe environment and that it's a secure environment for the people who work here and the students, most importantly, who are here on a daily basis. Secondly, I want our community and everybody else who can hear to learn about the great work that is done on a daily basis, what the students are successful in, what they've learned, how our athletic teams are doing, how the clubs are doing, but let all that good news out into the community is the second major goal. And the third one is to continue to raise the level of the academics, both in daily classroom practices and long-term goals and projects for kids, and students' performance both on the SAT and the AP classes and other outside tests and things like that. But it's to build in each of those three areas.
Well, once again, I'd like to thank you for taking your time out of your day
My
to
pleasure.
do this interview. And for Jared Cracciola, back to you guys at the studio.
Thank you, Mr. Malash, for taking the time to talk with Jared. On future West reports, we will have follow-ups on how our principal is doing.
West has been known for its theater program over the years. Programs such as the Fall Show. We had the chance to interview English teacher Mrs. Messias, the fall production advisor for the upcoming show, to hear her thoughts.
Yeah, I'm here with Mrs. Messias. So, Mrs. Messias, what exactly is the fall show about?
The fall show is a show that we do every year. Last year it happened to be in the spring because of the schedule, but it's a play, a straight play. It's not a musical, so it gives students the opportunity to go sing and dance to be in a show. This year we're doing Noel Coward's Blithe Spirit. It's a comedy about a man who is researching a book he's writing about a murderous psychic and has a seance at his house and accidentally brings back the ghost of his first wife, who has a problem with a second wife. So it's quite a funny comedy. It's a farce.
And where and when?
Well, the show goes up December 8th and 9th. It's a Friday and Saturday. We do a Friday show at 8 and a Saturday show at 2 and 8. The show's been cast already. We rehearse in the evenings, and tickets are $5 for students, and a lot of the English teachers here at West give extra credit if you come see it.
Is there any other information you would like the students to know?
No, I just love everybody to come out. If anybody needs information, they can call the school at 663-8006, extension 1074, and they can get more information on the show.
Thanks, Mrs. Messias.
Thank you.
Back to you, Gil.
We wish the cast and crew luck on their upcoming show. Our fall athletes are also performing out on the field. Kevin, tell us what's going on out there.
Well, West is 2 weeks into its fall athletic season. Many teams are enthusiastic and performing better as each day passes. This week we're going to feature the boys and girls varsity soccer teams. The varsity boys soccer team holds the record at 1 win and 4 losses. They're off to a rough start, and every game has been very close. There was only one game that our West soccer team could not come close in, and that was the game against the #1 team, Shawnee, which the team held scoreless for the first 52 minutes of the game. This week's games are Tuesday, September 26th against Triton, and Thursday, September 28th against Cherry Hill East. Head coach Mr. Sleeve said the team is working very hard and working very well together, and they just play in a very difficult and challenging conference. He added, "I'm very pleased with their effort." The girls' varsity soccer team holds their record at 3 wins and 2 losses. They've been performing very well and working very hard at pulling off the wins. They face Triton Tuesday, September 26th, and Cherry Hill East on September 28th. Their performance has been remarkable, and they have been working together as a team to help the Lions win. Head coach Miss Garrity Bantle said, "Our team motto is Bush Ito, which means the way of the warrior." She also added, "We're working one game at a time to improve. We are working to establish good team chemistry, which will make us stronger as each day passes." She said they have a goal this year to win the conference for the 3rd year in a row and to go deep into the state playoffs. I have to say, the girls' varsity soccer team is looking very good this year. Hopefully they can keep on pulling off the victories as the season progresses. So make it a point to come out and support our varsity girls' soccer team and boys' soccer team this week. Next week, we will be featuring the 2006 cross-country team. Well, that's it on our Week on Sports edition. Back to you, Gil.
Bonjour! It's that time again for the annual World Language Department trip. This 10-day trip will take place from April 1st through April 10th during spring break. This adventure will span over Paris, Versailles, Normandy, Madrid, and Toledo. Some of the specific highlights students will see include the Louvre, the Eiffel Tower, the Hall of Mirrors, and the D-Day site in Paris. In Spain, students will see the Plaza Mayor, the Puerta del Sol, and the Valley of the Fallen. The expenses for this wonderful journey range from $2,500 to $2,700. We asked the West French teacher, Dr. DeGizi, how the trip will be different from any other language trips West has done in the past. This is your chance to see the world in full detail. Students will dive right into a foreign country and experience many new things. We also asked Dr. DeGizi who to see if students are interested in attending.
Well, they can come to any of their French or Spanish teachers and ask for the applications, or they can email their French or Spanish teacher and ask for an application to be sent to the parents, and or they can come to my room at E38 and I'll be happy to hand them an application.
Just remember, students have until September 30th to register for the trip, so if you are considering to go, please decide soon.
As you may have heard, last week there's a new cell phone policy here at West. Students are not allowed to have their cell phones out during the day, including hallways and lunches. We talked to several teachers and students to get their opinion on this new policy.
I like it. It keeps students from using their cell phones in class, and it's not a distraction. I don't have to ask kids to get off their phone anymore.
You don't think that we should use them during lunch?
No, I don't think there's who else are you calling? The only other people you're calling are either in lunch or in class. So, and if it was an emergency, we have a whole system set up for emergencies. You can just go through the system.
Right.
And then there's no dispute. Teachers don't have to worry about cheating and stuff like that.
Well, in a way it kind of makes sense, but in another way, it's pretty stupid. Just like the hats policy, that's very stupid. Last year we was able to rock our hats no matter what. And even when teachers allowed us to listen to our music, we did it. We didn't do it without no permission and all that.
And that policy is kind of rough considering the fact that you guys, might want to have an opportunity through what you've learned in the last 4 or 5 years to be very attached to your cell phones. My opinion on that, it's very controversial. I really would have to almost belie my opinion there. I know that when my son and daughter were in more of a private school situation, they also were not allowed to use cell phones, but they were allowed to carry them. Right. So maybe that would be the compromise, right. And that's where I am right now. If I saw somebody with a cell phone, I probably would say, please put that away, but I also wouldn't take it from them.
I think it's so unfair. What if I want to call my parents or something? I think it's just absurd.
If someone calls me very important and I have to answer the phone, I can't answer the phone because I'm going to get written up. I'm very against the cell phone policy. I do not like it.
I'm ecstatic about it. You know, I don't even wear hearing aids. I don't think we should have any electronic devices. We shouldn't be able to listen to Radio Free Europe. We shouldn't have hearing aids, any of those devices. I'm just glad that we're finally getting back to where things were when I was a kid. Okay? We had Dixie cups and thread when I was a kid. Okay? And it got us through life. We didn't need any of this stuff hanging out of our pockets and stuff. We had Dixie cups and thread. That was what we should get back to. That's my opinion. I am definitely for keeping cell phones out of school. Thank you.
Well, those are some tough opinions, and we'll learn more about the story on future West Reports.
On Wednesday, September 19th, Cherry Hill West hosted a debate seminar. Students from 16 schools attended. All of these schools are a part of the South Jersey Debate League, according to Mr. Nation, the debate coach. This annual seminar is usually held at East because it is the center of all the schools that participated. This year, since East is under renovation, our own West has the honor of choice. Dr. Lee Polk from Baylor University came to introduce the debate topic of the 06-07 season.
The nation in government-organized national service programs is dehumanizing because it violates the notion of individual autonomy. Now let me tell you what individual autonomy means. Have any of you ever had the chance to read the great philosopher Rousseau? The great philosopher...
Few students know that West has its own debate team. Still, the team is looking for new students to join. Every person that arrives will be utilized. The meetings are every Monday. The season will start in December. When the season starts, the debates will be held at Cherokee on every Wednesday. 2 schools will debate, and the judge will decide a winner that will receive points. So if you are interested, the debate team is looking for new recruits. This year, Mrs. Host, one of our great librarians at West, hosted a freshman orientation in the library. Miss Wiltsey, our other terrific librarian, chose the theme for this year, Pirates, since she liked the actor Johnny Depp. After an orientation, the freshmen were handed a scavenger hunt to locate all resources used. They became familiar with the databases, online catalogs, reference sections, magazines, bathrooms, and printer. Mrs. Host noted that students have a lot of fun while doing the activity. It was a great approach to have students familiar with the library here at West, while having fun in the process. Ms. Host added, research is like a treasure hunt.
Well, that's all for this week's edition of the West Report. We would like to thank our producer, Mara Agrait, and thank you for watching CHPS 19. We hope you will join us next week for another edition of the West Report.